my all shit, I don't need it back. Gave you my last, I felt you needed that. I built it up to see it all collapse. We ain't the same shit, I've been moving different. Conflicted interests feel like something missing. I chase a bag, I don't believe in wishes. My mama scared cause she don't think that I am. She see my homies getting caught up in that jam. Don't love myself, so she know how I am. Ain't see a meal, but I just pray that I can. I'm smoking blunts, trying to suppress the shit. Don't ask for much, I've been finessing what he blessed me with. I wash my hands with all that shit and did an extra rinse. My heart protected with this vest, this bitch is extra thick. Just got an extra clip, nigga say he gon' kill me, we gon' die together. We cut from the same cloth, but I'm a different texture. I know this life been kinda bad, but it been getting better. They gave my nigga beans to 60, I was hoping less that he considered it a blessing. So this artist you can reach on Instagram at Easy Stacks. Easy Stacks. EAZYSTACKX. Easy Stacks. She's a new artist. My homegirl, Lady Ray. Shout out to you. I see you. You in the movement, doing your thing, and if you're in that, you're for real. One thing I can tell y'all about Lady Rage, yeah, she didn't sell out. She didn't sell out. I know that. I know that woman. I know her on a personal level. So y'all go check her out. She has a new show on. And I'll tell you guys the station. I'm so embarrassed. I never know those things because I just start talking about stuff that comes off the top of my head. But anyway, I promised you guys a video. It's been a long day. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm a happy tired because I got some things done. And it's not all about the money. It's about the accomplishments. Once you realize that, money starts to just come to you. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Attorney Kevin Mincy. Attorney Kevin Mincy of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for his excellent job in investigative investigative works that have been done in the case of Rakia Young. Rakia Young, just one of the young women who's been beaten by police since Grandmaster Jay has been put under gag order and they've taken his weapons. Rakia Young of Philadelphia, the police beat her and then tried to frame her, stating, and they took her child. Let me tell you, this is a bizarre case. These people actually took a picture. This happened back in October. They took a picture of this baby. She has a child. She was just driving down the street, and there was a riot going on. I don't even think it was a riot. It was a protest, and the police were out there. They were protesting something that the police had already done. They had killed someone else. And she said she noticed that the police people were throwing throwing bottles and sticks or something at the police. But she turned the corner. There were people behind her. She couldn't back up. She wanted to turn around and she started trying to turn around. The police came, chased her car down and jumped on top of her car and yanked her car door open. Everybody, they was trying to get them to lock the door or something. They finally busted the windows or something in and yanked her out, started beating her in front of her child who was in the back seat in the car seat. Now get this, they took the baby out the car seat and took a picture. And I can only think they took that baby out that car seat and took that picture and then put the baby back in that damn car seat in that glass. Because it was glass in the car seat. I don't even know how that worked out. How did that even work out? There was glass in the car seat. The mama went to go and she get the baby because the baby was still sitting in the back seat. And so by the time the mama showed up, the grandmother showed up, because they had beat the poor girl to death and was taking the baby down to D.C. services or whatever their services are in Philadelphia. It's a bizarre story, y'all. I couldn't believe the actions. And then they took a picture with the baby and tried to put it up on the police website saying that they found this child wandering around in the streets. They were getting ready to spin a story and then got busted. I mean, it's the most bizarre shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I've seen some shit. I done seen some shit these people have done. But this one, for me, in 52 years, this has taken the cake. I mean, now then you have another one. Oh, I'm not done. Oh, no. I'm not done yet. I've been waiting all day to give y'all this video, and I was so tired. I didn't want to do it. But you know what? If we don't open our mouth, I don't care how tired we get. See, my ancestors, if they was tired, too tired to answer the door when the Underground Railroad was knocking, shit, I don't feel like getting up tonight. I'm too damn tired. Might have died. So this is the Underground Railroad that I got. I'm going to tell y'all what's been going on in our communities. I'm going to tell y'all what these people don't want you to know. I'm going to start my podcast back up too, because my podcast, by the way, is The Deadly Truth. It's called The Deadly Truth. And I will upload my podcast if I can to YouTube so that you can see or hear, because it's just a podcast, some of the stuff that goes on. I have a good voice, so it works well with my podcast. So I want to shout out to Kevin Mincy, because he stood up for this child, and the baby was deaf. Y'all go look at this story. It's on NPR. I watched another woman's video today, and she was talking about how she wants to see Amy Goodman of NPR interview Grandmaster Jay. I would love to see that too. If I'm not mistaken, it's the same attorney that's representing Grandmaster Jay, so it's a possibility that's not already on the way. I would love, because Vice has already interviewed him. And if you haven't seen any of Grandmaster Jay's interviews on Vice or some of these other stations, and because that he's being suppressed as well, okay? As much as the Afro-Descendant Nation is being suppressed, because he is also he is also a part of the filing of the National Liberation Status, only in that he is our militia. He is going to get the word out at all possible. But it looks like when people start to talk about this kind of stuff, the police take them down. The FBI, the feds, they ridicule them, or they ridicule me on Facebook, and that's fine. I really don't give a fuck. You can't say you haven't been told. The things that I speak about in the documents that I see in people, including the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, the International Covenant on Cultural and Economical Rights, the ILO 69, I think it's a convention. It's a paperwork. If you can look it up, just type in ILO 69 and it'll come up. These are all documents that the United States of America is never going to want anyone to see or even hear or know about. You see, because this stuff is the kind of stuff that takes all of the power out of the United States and puts it back in the hands of the people. You understand? So, if you want the United States to control your power, you go right ahead. But the United States should be America controlling the power, not the United States. See, people get the twist. They want to say that America and the United States is the same, and y'all need to understand something. They are not. They are exclusive of each other. Understand that. The United States is a corporation. That is not hearsay. America is this nation, this country, and the people are America. So who's in control? Who's in charge? Are the people in charge? Or is this government, the United States corporation, in charge? Because you don't get to make any choices anymore, it seems to me. I'm just saying. Think about that. Because they tell y'all got to take this shot, or you can't have no driver's license, or y'all can't have something that, people saying a bunch of stuff on social media. I get that, but because people are trying to see what's going on. We're never told anything until the law is implemented. This is some weird stuff. Let's move on. I agree. NPR, Amy Goodman, please interview Grandmaster Jay if you haven't already. And I'm going to share this information with them. The other woman is Brittany Creshon. Brittany Creshon. CHRISHAWN. Brittany. Go look that up. Jacksonville, Florida. This one, now in both cases, these police tried to frame the women. These are black women I'm talking about getting beaten. Getting beaten. Where they daddies? These women. Where they daddies? Where they husbands? Where they brothers? Where they at? See, they can do this kind of thing to a black woman. They gonna do a shit. Anybody gonna do a damn thing. Y'all claim y'all, oh, you been there. Oh, you been there doing nothing to my woman. You ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do nothing. You're not going to do anything. That's what I can see. You won't even pick up a weapon and go down there and investigate. That's what I can see. Show me differently. For those of you, the gun clubs around Houston, Texas, and other places who call me names because I asked why weren't you there? For those who call themselves want to put death threats out on me because I asked why aren't you doing the investigations? Why would you be against that? I say you ain't gonna do nothing. But let them keep beating and beating, knocking the teeth out of black women's faces. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't doing nothing. Now I said that. Show me. Or go put your money up in Grandmaster J hand so he can do it. Because you ain't gonna do it. You just mad at him because he's doing it. Her name is, I'm just saying. Brittany Creshon, Jacksonville, Florida. The police tried to frame this baby. They pulled up in her driveway at her house, which she owns. It looked like it might be a brownstone where it's 2 or 3 people living in there. It doesn't matter what it looked like. It's her property. She owns it. Okay? Convenience store across the street, police officer decides he wants to pull up in her driveway. Now, it turns out this woman is a social activist. She made a movie. I just did a little research on her because I wanted to tell you about what happened. When I did the research, I found out she did a short documentary on police brutality. And then the police kicked her ass. You see, that's how this thing works because remember, with Rakia Young back in Philadelphia, there was a riot going on. So they just started snatching all black folks out of every car they could find, just beating the fuck out of them. And then on the NPR there, if you go back and watch that the NPR news story, they'll tell you this ain't the first time they done this. Listen, people, this is going on. Anytime black folks decide to stand up, because I looked at the year that it happened the first time where they pulled people out of somebody, just saw police start pulling black folks out of cars. It was during the time the Rodney King riots. Anytime we get to standing up, they go to kicking ass. Get us back in line. So they took Grandmaster J's mouth down, gagged him, won't let him talk. They can take the weapons all they want. It really don't matter. You really don't. Because if he decide to leave our black ass over here and go and say, fuck y'all, because he could do it, they can't stop him. They really can't. He'll never be able to come back. And that's what they want. So, I don't know. For you people who want to stay in this madness, who are comfortable in your captivity, have at it. Don't get mad at us, though, because we don't want this shit. You don't like it, you don't want it, have at it. Stay right here. I have a very strong feeling that this is the same thing that happened in Libya, where they're actively selling black people on the auction block. The slave trade is back in full effect. like it's the 1800s, like it's 1756. Right now, today, in Libya. And if you think for 1 second that they don't want to bring that to America, well, you deserve what you get. The solstice is here. Happy winter solstice. For those of you who don't know what that means, it is the end of a season. And this is a particularly special season. It'll never happen again for many, 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 many years, many generations. Your grandchildren won't see it. Their grandchildren won't see it. And their grandchildren won't see it. So whatever it is, document it. They're trying to cover it up. Just go outside, look at the skies. Peace, open roads to overstanding, much peace today to all of you. Vibrate higher and let's get this.